You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Move on. Why can't you move on?
Oh, Seth is out here living his absolute best life right now. And honestly, why wouldn't he be? His rumored boo, Cardi, just got hit with another wild headline, but this time, it ain't even about her. It's all eyes on Stefon Diggs, the NFL star who just got exposed for some serious domestic violence allegations. But hold up, what's really going down here? First, this man was already dodging rumors about being on the DL. No judgment, of course. But now, people are out here saying he went from catching footballs to throwing full-on punches at a woman's head? Bruh! Are we watching a sports career or a crime documentary? Did this man swap his cleats for boxing gloves or what? And here's where it gets messy, because now folks are side-eyeing Cardi hard. Like, sis, are you really tangled up with someone facing allegations like this? And why are people whispering that she's got some kind of cursed love life? No, for real. What is up with her relationships always ending in disaster? Let's break this all the way down. We already know Cardi's love life has been a never-ending roller coaster of chaos, like a reality show that refuses to end. And honestly, it's getting tragic. This woman has everything: beauty, talent, money. But when it comes to love, it's like the universe just won't let her win. And let's not even get started on Offset. We all remember how he was already causing drama and heartbreak within the very first year of their marriage. And now, she might be caught up with someone facing DV accusations? What in the toxic love saga is this? The honeymoon phase is supposed to be all butterflies, rainbows, and lovey-dovey vibes, right? But for Cardi and Offset, that fairy tale ended quick. If their relationship was a movie, it would have gone from romance to tragedy in record time. And let's not forget, this wasn't just any couple drama. They had a whole family together. Imagine this. Culture was barely 2 years old when they pulled the plug on their marriage. Like, wasn't that little girl's smile enough to make them want to work through their issues? But nope. Whatever was going on behind closed doors was too toxic to fix. And after all that back and forth, the final straw came last year when they officially called it quits. But let's be real. Offset is taking this divorce way harder than Cardi ever did. This man is still down bad for her. And since the rumors started flying that she's allegedly moved on with Stefon Diggs, Offset has been moving crazy. You've seen his antics, right? The man's been throwing shade left and right, acting like a whole jealous ex who just can't let go. And honestly, can you even blame him? Cardi is that girl. Beautiful, rich, talented, and a straight-up boss. It's no surprise he's still stuck on her. But here's where things take a wild turn. Rumor has it that Stefon Diggs is the real reason Offset was out here airing Cardi's business. Remember when he accused her of messing around while she was pregnant with their third baby? Yeah. Well, the streets are saying he was talking about Stefon the whole time. And when Offset popped up on Cardi's Instagram live and straight up said, "You effed with the baby inside. Tell the truth." That was some real-life drama, not just social media gossip. But Cardi? Oh, she wasn't about to let that slide. She hopped on X, formerly Twitter, and clapped back in the most epic way, dropping a reply that had Offset shook. It was one of those moments where you could practically hear the mic drop through the screen. And now, everyone's wondering, was Offset telling the truth? Or is this just another messy chapter in their never-ending drama? Cardi's response? And did. Oh, she was just getting started, and sis was on a mission to make sure Offset felt every ounce of that sting. She wasn't about to let him play the victim while dragging her name through the mud. And if you've seen that video where she calls him out for trying to take her properties just because she moved on, whew, that was the real tea. Offset out here acting like if he can't have her, then he's gonna make sure she doesn't keep a thing. Petty or what? But let's shift gears for a second, because this situation with Stefan Diggs, it's getting wilder by the minute. So the streets are saying Cardi's allegedly moved on with Stefan Diggs, right? But here's where it starts getting real messy, because while Cardi's busy dodging drama with Offset, Stefan can't seem to catch a break either. This man has been facing scandal after scandal, and not just about his love life. We're talking serious accusations coming from all directions. First, we got Chris Blake putting him on blast, claiming Stefan tried to mess with him, and that's why all this drama started. According to Chris's comment that's been circulating all over the internet, he said,
"The derivative of all this stuff is that Stefan tried to redacted me and then have S with me, and I escaped unscathed. Thank you, Jesus."
Excuse me? That's a serious accusation. And Chris went on to say that after he escaped, he found out Stefan's secret, which supposedly didn't sit well with him at all. What does that even mean? Is there something deeper going on that we don't know about? And if that wasn't enough, enter Milan Hernandez, another name now linked to Stefan's drama. Milan just came out with fresh accusations against him. And this time, it's not just whispers. She's saying Stefan got violent with her. Now, we all know Stefan and Milan have had this casual thing going on for a minute, but nobody really knows what exactly went down that led to them falling out this bad. The tabloids were buzzing when the first headlines dropped, but the real shocker, instead of just letting the rumors fly, Stefan Diggs actually took action, because the first thing that hit the media wasn't Milan's accusations. It was the fact that Stefan filed a lawsuit against her. Pamba. Now tell me, what kind of twists and turns is this messy love triangle taking? So, what's Stefan's side of the story? According to him, Milan Hernandez wasn't just showing up uninvited. She was out here causing full-blown chaos. He claims that on June 7th, 2024, at around 6 a.m., after a wild night of partying, Milan rolled up to his apartment unannounced and started going off on him. And we're not talking about just a little argument. Nah, she was reportedly berating him aggressively, refusing to leave even when he told her to bounce. And then? Oh, it got physical. According to Stefan, Milan wasn't just yelling, she went straight for his stuff. He says she entered his gaming room, which, let's be real, is probably his sanctuary, ignored every attempt to get her to leave, and then started destroying his belongings. And when we say destroying, we mean big money damage. We're talking about a $130,000 watch, completely wrecked. And if that wasn't enough, she reportedly snatched his phone and threw it straight into the toilet like she was sending a message. But that's not even the worst part. Stefan claims she actually got physical with him, punching him in the chest multiple times and even saying,
"You won't be playing this year."
Now, hold up, was that a threat? But here's where it gets messy, because while Stefan was quick to file a lawsuit against Milan for damaging his property, trespassing, and even attempting to extort millions from him, the streets aren't fully buying his version of events.
In fact, a lot of people think he only rushed to file the lawsuit first to make himself look innocent. They're saying it's classic damage control. Get ahead of the accusations before they can ruin you.
And just when you think this situation couldn't get any worse, Milan came through with her side of the story. And it's bad for Stefan. She's not just denying his claims, she's accusing him of being the real aggressor that night. And Sis did not hold back. Milan went straight to the media and dropped a bombshell. On June 7th, I was attacked from behind by Stefan Diggs at our residence, an incident that resulted in a concussion. And if that wasn't enough, she also claimed that months later, when his legal team tried to settle things in a mediation, it all fell apart when they didn't get what they wanted. So, who's really telling the truth here? Is Stefan really the victim, or did he just get ahead of Milan's accusations to protect himself? Either way, this drama is spiraling out of control, and the receipts just keep piling up. Milan wasn't about to stay silent. She went straight to the media and made it clear. She wasn't just calling Stefan out for what happened. She was exposing what she believes is a full-blown cover-up. I was struck with this fabricated story publicly. This is clearly an attempt to try and get ahead of the truth that is to come. So now, the question is, who's really lying here? Because Stefan, he's flat out denying everything. He's saying he never laid a hand on Milan Hernandez. And according to him, this is all just one big setup to take him down. But let's be real. At this point, somebody is not telling the truth, and people are split over who to believe. And then Milan pulled out the receipts. She shared official documentation from a doctor's appointment on June 7th, the same day she claims Stefan attacked her. And what did it say? Minor head injury. Now, listen, that might not be foolproof evidence, but it was enough for people to start seriously side-eyeing Stefan. And suddenly, the narrative shifted. The same folks who were hesitant to believe Milan at first started looking at Stefan like he might not be as innocent as he claims. And this is where things get even messier. Because now, people aren't just talking about Stefan. They're looking at Cardi too. Like, seriously? Isn't it a little questionable how she keeps landing in these toxic situations? One minute, she's married to a serial cheater, and the next, she's allegedly involved with a man who's being accused of some really wild things. Let's lay it out. Offset cheats, but with women. Offset gets called out by Cardi and acts all apologetic, pulling out every trick in the book to win her back. Stefan allegedly cheats, but with a man, according to rumors. Cardi confronts him, and instead of a guilty apology, she allegedly gets punched in the head. What? One fan summed it up perfectly, saying, Offset never hit Cardi, and you never heard Offset being on the down low. But Stefan? This is a whole different level of messy. At this point, the whole situation is one giant disaster, but also kind of ironic. Cardi left a cheater only to, allegedly, end up with someone who's got way more skeletons in his closet than she ever bargained for. So now the question is, did Cardi just trade one problem for another? And listen, the internet is eating this up. One fan straight up said, "What does Cardi have to say about this? What a downgrade." And honestly, that's the question everybody is asking. Like, is Cardi's love life cursed or what? Because let's be real, this ain't just bad luck. This is a whole pattern. It's like she keeps trading one toxic situation for another, but instead of upgrading, she's just switching to a different brand of chaos. Offset, a certified cheater. Stefan, allegedly DL, violent, and tangled in lawsuits. Sis, what is going on? But let's talk about Offset for a second, because you know he's watching all this go down, and you know he's loving it. People are out here wondering, is Offset secretly thriving off of all the allegations surrounding Stefan? Think about it. He lost Cardi, but now? She's caught up in some mess that makes his drama look mild in comparison. It's almost like the universe is handing him a told you so moment on a silver platter. So, what's the verdict, y'all? Is this a crazy coincidence, a cursed love life, or did Cardi just downgrade in the worst way possible? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this one is too messy to ignore.